Have you ever looked back at a dangerous moment in your life and asked yourself, why didn't I move? Why didn't you run, shout, fight back, or even think clearly, even though part of you knew something was wrong? That moment where time slowed down, your body went still, and your mind went blank wasn't weakness, fear, or failure. It was your brain doing exactly what it was built to do, just not for the modern world. And once you understand why your brain freezes during danger, you'll stop blaming yourself and start learning how to override it, because this knowledge can literally save your life. Most people believe danger triggers only two responses: fight or flight. But that's not the full story. There's a third response that almost no one talks about, even though it's incredibly common: freeze. Freezing is when your body locks up, your thoughts disappear, and you feel disconnected from yourself. It happens in car accidents, assaults, fires, confrontations, and moments of sudden fear. And the reason it feels so confusing afterward is because freezing happens faster than conscious thought. You don't choose it. It chooses you. Inside your brain is a small, ancient structure called the amygdala. Its job is simple: keep you alive. It doesn't care about social rules, embarrassment, or logic. When it detects danger, it takes control instantly, often before you even realize what's happening. It shuts down the part of your brain responsible for reasoning, planning, and decision-making, the prefrontal cortex, and redirects all energy toward survival. That's why people later say, "I couldn't think," or "my mind went blank." It wasn't that you didn't know what to do. Your brain temporarily made thinking inaccessible. Freezing exists for a reason. Thousands of years ago, staying still could save your life. Predators often reacted to movement. Freezing allowed early humans to assess danger without attracting attention. Your nervous system still uses that same ancient program today, even though the threats have changed. A suspicious stranger, an aggressive voice, a sudden explosion of anger, or a violent situation can all trigger the same biological response. Your brain asks one question in a fraction of a second: is moving right now more dangerous than waiting? And sometimes it chooses stillness. Here's something most people don't realize: freezing is not passive. When you freeze, your brain is scanning. It's listening. It's watching. It's gathering information. There are documented cases where freezing actually saved lives. One woman described being followed into an elevator by someone who made her deeply uncomfortable. When the doors closed, her body froze. She couldn't scream or move. But in that stillness, she noticed something important. The person wasn't watching her directly. He was watching her reflection. That awareness gave her clarity. She pressed the emergency button calmly. The doors opened. She survived. Her freeze response gave her time to understand the situation instead of reacting blindly. But freezing becomes dangerous when it lasts too long. In modern emergencies, stillness can increase risk. This is where shame enters the picture. After surviving danger, people replay moments over and over in their heads. I should have reacted faster. Why didn't I leave? What's wrong with me? That shame is deeply unfair. Because freezing isn't a personality flaw. It's a nervous system response. And blaming yourself doesn't prevent it from happening again. Understanding it does. Consider fire emergencies. Investigators often find people still in beds, sitting on couches, or holding phones near exits. Not because they didn't care, but because stress disrupted their ability to form new plans. Under extreme fear, the brain clings to familiarity. People call loved ones instead of leaving. They sit instead of moving. The brain seeks comfort, not logic. This is why education alone isn't enough. You can know what to do and still freeze if your nervous system isn't trained to move through fear. Now, here's the important part. And if you've ever felt frozen in fear, this is for you. You cannot stop your brain from reacting to danger, but you can interrupt the freeze response and regain control. And before I continue, if content like this helps you understand your mind and stay safe in the real world, subscribe and watch till the end, because the final technique is used by survivors, first responders, and people who face real danger. One of the simplest and most effective ways to override freezing is by naming physical sensations. Silently saying things like, "My heart is racing," "My hands are cold," or "My breathing is shallow" activates language centers in the brain. Language brings the thinking brain back online. You're not analyzing the danger. You're grounding yourself in the present moment. This alone can shorten freeze time. Another powerful technique is small movement. You don't need to run or fight. Move one finger. Shift your weight. Press your feet into ground. Even the smallest physical action signals to your nervous system that movement is possible. Motion breaks paralysis. It tells the brain, we're not trapped. Breathing is another key. Fear causes sharp, shallow inhales, but control comes from the exhale. Slowly breathing out longer than you breathe and activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for calming the body. A long exhale sends a message of safety. You don't need perfect breathing. You just need awareness.